Hello, gorgeous people. Welcome back to another episode of Girls That Manifest. I feel like I sound like a radio presenter. Fun fact, that's actually what I wanted to be when I was a kid. Anyway, today I want to talk about killing the old man and what that actually means. It's something that Neville Goddard has talked about in his books about essentially killing the old man, the self-concept, the identity, the one that you're currently in that you don't really like or don't want to be living in or don't want to have a lot of aspects of it. It's essentially murdering that version of yourself. It's quite a strong term to use when we think about this work. And I think, well, my interpretation of it is Neville wanted to use such strong language to describe it so that you could get very, what is the word, like matter of fact about it. So you could get very determined and very strict, like you're drawing a line in the sand saying, this is now how it's gonna be, right? It's just done. I am killing this version of myself and I am birthing a new version of myself. And how many times have you been in that place where you felt like you're on the cusp of like being born again or starting something fresh or becoming that new version of yourself, and everything in your life is just like not working. Everything feels like it's falling apart. You feel like in some sort of way you are dying. It's like, it's not working. It's not changing. Whatever you're doing, it's not happening because there's that part of you that wants to be birthed anew. It wants a new life. It wants, or the I am, I suppose I should say, that essence within, the you within, wants to be this new person, this new version of themselves, wants to live this new life, have this new experience. And so when you get to that point, when you want to kill the old man, essentially what it is just arrogantly, stubbornly, brazenly remaining in the wish fulfilled, remaining in the end, remaining at the completion, the outcome, the result. It's just like stubbornly staying there, not going into the middle, not going into the details, not going into the how, not wondering about any of it, just immediately going there anytime that might come to your head, anytime you might think, oh, but how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna figure it out? It's just like, nope, this is done. I am this person now. I have this business now. I have this money now. I'm with this person now. I live this life now. I have this type of health now. I have this type of body, this type of hair. This is who I am now, and I'm not interested in anything else. It's getting so freaking set and adamant that this is who you are now. That is essentially killing the old man, right? So it's not as violent as it sounds, but it is it requires discipline. You have to be so disciplined to stay and remain in that new identity, remain in that end result that you want. And so where a lot of people get stuck with this is that they keep moving between the two, right? They're like, sometimes they wake up and they're like not having a good day, so they're in the old identity. And then they may do some like practices or some techniques and help them get into the new identity, and they're able to shift. And then some days they're just not able to shift. Some days they're really stressed out about the details and really stressed out about the 3D circumstances that are happening. So my recommendation for that is to have a dedicated daily practice. Whatever the thing you're working on manifesting is, whether it is specifically money or specifically having a successful, thriving business or career or a relationship or a house, a car, a lifestyle, travel, or if it's all of it, I want you to start creating and doing every single day a daily practice that shifts you into the end state, into the end result, into the wish fulfilled, into the outcome and result only. It shifts you into that identity, that self-concept. That is what a dedicated daily practice will help you do. And when you have it as an actual practice, not just something you kind of like flow with, that's you getting disciplined. That is you beginning to pull out your murder weapons to annihilate your old identity. Because every time you sit down and you do this daily practice, you are moving into that state of wish fulfilled. Therefore, that new identity that you desire. You're moving there every day. And the thing is, the more that you do it, the more that you begin to change. After several days, you're going to notice things really shifting. You're going to start to feel differently. You're going to feel like this old identity that you were really, really stuck in is starting to feel more and more distant from you. You're also going to start feeling more like your new identity, more like your desired identity. And you're going to start noticing evidence in the 3D showing you the results of that, starting to bring you the wish fulfilled, or have already brought you the wish fulfilled. But the key is being disciplined and dedicated to doing this as a daily practice. It has to be important to you. It has to be a priority to you. Killing the old man is not something you're like half in and half out of. It's a commitment, right? So you have to be disciplined in that. And this is exactly what I did all the way back in 2019 when I decided to change my experience with money. I was like, nope, line in the sand. I've got my murder weapon. I'm about to go to town on this old identity. I wonder if YouTube is gonna block me from talking about murder and stuff. We'll see. I went to town on a daily practice every single day. I was so dedicated, so committed. I started off with giving myself 10 minutes a day to shift into the state of the wish fulfilled. It started off with 10 minutes, but it very quickly became 30 minutes at a time. And then I was loving it so much. I loved how I felt so much that I was doing it multiple times a day. So every day that I sat down to do my practice, it was turning me into the person that I wanted to be, into the identity that I wanted to be, into the version of myself with the money and the ease and the financial responsibility that I wanted. It was turning me into that because I was moving into that wish fulfilled every day. Like, that's how simple manifestation is. But if you want to kill this old identity, the old man, you've got to go all in. You've got to commit. So that is what I want you to do. Start a daily practice. Whatever that looks like for you, whatever techniques you love doing that help you shift, start a daily practice. Immediately go for 10 to 30 minutes a day and you will notice massive changes happening after 30 days. So my lovely, that is it from me today. If you would love some freebies from me, I have an entire vault of free money mindset and manifestation resources that I've made just for you. It's completely free. All you have to do is go down to the description box below and click the link and sign up and you'll get instant access to that vault. Thank you so much for listening and I will see you in the next episode.